Oh! Cinema fans, welcome to Kev's Classics, where we watch nothing but excellent, excellent cinema and movies and shows and anything that has to do TV related, show related, movie related. We're here for it. I love it. So today we are going to be tuning into Robocop from 1987. I am proud. Well, I guess I shouldn't say proud. I am excited because I am able to say that I have not actually seen this movie at all. I have seen maybe like one clip from it, and obviously I know the poster art because you got to know the poster art. But I did see the remake of it that came out maybe 10 years ago. It was if I remember correctly, it was okay, but nothing is ever. The remakes are never as good as the originals, and from what I have heard, it has kind of a retro futuristic type of feel to it from what I understand, and it's almost like new retro wave, like the synthesizer music. That's kind of how I envision it. It kind of reminds me of maybe a cross between like Dread and Demolition Man, maybe. It kind of that feel, like just from what I've heard of it, that's kind of how I interpret it as. But I have never seen this movie. I am actually very excited. Mr. Vlad, shout out to you for commenting and requesting this. So we are going to be tuning right into, and shout out to anybody and everybody who has partaken in the channel and subscribed, commented. Love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you more than you could possibly know right now. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's watch some cool movies. The movies in the 80s and the 90s and like the early 2000s to maybe late 2000s. So like 80s, 90s, and like the 2000s they are just leagues above any of the Hollywood stuff that is made nowadays. And you will never convince me otherwise. There's just movies. I'm missing the intro. Movies they just do not make them like they used to. Robocop. I love it. Speaking of Robocop, I got all that back there. Already getting some of that retro futuristic stuff. This is jumping in already heavy. Star Wars Orbiting Peace Platform. Whoa, alright, so it looks like they got like artificial hearts, and I know Robocop is basically, there's like nothing of him left, but shockingly, that is a very true statement. Oh, 31 police officers. Frank Fredrickson. Is that our protagonist? Is that going to be our good guy? Man, alright. Ah, there's our protagonist. I do know him. Funny enough, he's in my favorite show, Psych. He plays the Yin. He plays Yin. So he's transferring. Why would you transfer to Detroit from a nice suburb? Well, I guess, they do that all the time in law enforcement. Talking about we should strike. Yeah, well, that probably won't fly. Another one? Does somebody else die? It's actually true, historically. There have not been many of those. And that is a civil rights violation waiting to happen. Men and women in the same changing room. Gotta love the 80s. Oh. We got a wild one here. She's already fed up with him. See, the vehicles have like obviously they're 80s vehicles, but they also kind of have a little bit of like futuristic retro props to them. 209 series. They talking about robotics maybe? At the police station, they were already setting the tone for the kind of high octane. This is going to be the big bad corporation here. I feel like there's always a business that's the antagonist in some of these movies. Oh, look at that. Delta City. That hasn't changed from the 80s, that's for sure. A private business to run the police force. Project pitch. Whoa. Ed 209. Nice. That looks like something out of the Terminator. Is that, I wonder if that's stop motion. I wonder if that's stop motion animation. That's really cool. They are terrified. Is a self-sufficient law become the hot military product for the next decade? Ah, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get defense contracting. Okay. Oh my God. What is this thing going to do? A Desert Eagle. They had Desert Eagles in the 1980s? I mean, I guess I should know that, but I wonder what it's going to do to him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my God. It's going to smoke him, isn't it? Is it going to go bonkers? Oh my God. Well, the family of that guy's going to own that business now. What good is that going to do? Oh my God. Yeah, call paramedic, but don't touch him. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Nobody cares. Oh, it's going to cost more than that in lawsuits. Wow. Back to business. Dude got smoked by a giant robot, and they're like, yeah, hey, by the way, I got another business pitch for you. This pitch in the Robocop initiative. How do you even get off doing like a live fire demonstration in the middle of an office conference meeting? Oh my God. Wow. That's like that's like Dread type of thing. Dread in 2012. It's like people just, they didn't bat an eyelash when people died. That was a 6-hour. Looked like. That is the worst pistol safety I've ever seen in my life. Finger in the trigger guard spinning. 6-hour, nice gun though. Ah, there's the terrorist. Uh-oh. Well, we know he doesn't have a problem murdering cops. Hey, I know him too. I know all these actors and actresses. These guys are legendary. I love these guys. Oh, yeah, smart. You're not loaded, so you gotta load up. I can't stand that. Oh my God. He's dual wielding. Oh, wow. Oh. They're the only guys in the pursuit. Can you fly? He's gonna throw him out the window at the... Oh. Just push him off, keep going. This isn't as retro futuristic as I would have thought. It looks pretty much just like a regular Detroit. I love how they only have pistols. These guys got shotguns, and I do kind of like how they've established the story to the point where it's like this city police department's like way understaffed, way overworked, and they're just, constantly under fire and dealing with nonstop cruddy criminals that are, killing people. And I love the way they used to carry guns like back in the 80s. They thought that was because it looks so much cooler than being tactical. Look at his stance. Oh. Yeah, he should have been on higher alert when all those guys in that van weren't there. I think he's being sneaky, but he's in some deep shit now. All these guys are on psych. There's 3 guys in that 5-guy group that are all in psych. Yeah, because you killed 31 of them. Ooh. Ow. They're gonna torture him. This isn't like the one in the I don't remember, but I don't think this was like the remake. I think the remake guy got blown up. I don't remember though. 30 shotgun rounds to the chest. Yeah. Oh man. Damn, that is brutal. Oh, shoot. I'm shocked she survived. I'm surprised they didn't at least just go back for her. Jesus. Man, that's brutal. Those are, interestingly enough, good graphics and makeup for back in the 80s for like gunshots and stuff. They fly in him. Yeah. Interesting tale. Lots of cops have actually been known to be shot in the face and still shot in the head and still end up surviving. He took like 100 shotgun blasts. It seems like that would be a lot less likely. But golly, dude, that has to be brutal. Being tortured with guns before you're finally finished off. Yeah, that's right. He's got a kid too. Well, clearly he's still kind of hanging on, thinking about his family. This is like pretty accurate, all things considered. And maybe the police stuff not so much, but like this medically seems very, like procedurally with emergency stuff seems very, very accurate. So they called him. They called him deceased. Man, could you imagine if that's his vision? Could you imagine if that's your vision? Like 480 by 240p. Yikes. It sounds like a corporate contract to me. He's gonna end up breaking his arm or breaking his hand. Bad motherfucker. So that's the guy that pitched the idea for basically the Robocop. Well, what? We don't get to see any of the startup, like any of the initial kind of walkout, like those old '80s terminals. Kind of retro futuristic again, kind of like Demolition Man. That is pretty badass. They're all like, they're trying to figure out what's going on. So he's got GPS and everything. The thing I'm curious about is it sounds like he's taking orders. I'll be curious to see if he has any of his mind left or not, because they made it sound like they don't have it. What is that? I mean, he makes it sound like they like wiped his memory or whatever. But I'd be curious to see if he still has any humanity left in him. I mean, he was dead. He died. I love the robot suit. God, I love the 80s set pieces. They're all always so good. So they're just doing like a diagnostics test on him. He's got that robotic voice to him. Detective 4 classified. Oh. Well, there's the SIG. Yeah. All of them don't have SIG stuff except for her. These all look like P230s, which is a very small. How many? A super cop. How many rounds of ammunition that thing hold? Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, nice. He does his little pistol twirl. She knows that's him. She figured out it's him. He's like, yeah. He sees that money. Oh my god. I was expecting to see more like neon lights and like the old tube stuff. What? Oh, how did he know that? Yeah, buddy, it ain't worth it. Oh. Legendary clothesline. Oh, what? Is just gonna leave him there? Don't leave him there. I mean, he bent his gun, but he just left the guy there. Oh. 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 What a shot. Legendary, dude. That was a hell of a shot. That's so funny. He's just out patrolling. Man, I hope that he like regains some of his humanity. That would be tragic. But this is the 80s when movies were actually good. They're doing media show and tell like directly in front of the building where he could be shooting at. That wouldn't be happening. That is badass. That's badass. Oh, that ain't gonna happen. Having a Robocop, I know it's out of the range of technology, but the Robocop would be great for having like active shooter incidents and things like that. He's negotiating with him with a car. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, sweet. That would be cool technology. He was just about to take his deal, and then that last little bit, he's like, "Oh, you're not." Ooh, ooh, oh. So what happened to his family, though? We haven't seen any of his family. Oh my god. Nuke him. Oh, is that going to be that Jones guy? He's about to come out and dish out some punishment, I think. Yep. Oh boy. He is pissed. He's going to shank him or something? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, the 209 that just torched somebody up there. He's more worried about military contracts. This dude's robot smoked some dude on a 30-story high-rise, and he's sitting here telling him that this Robocop, he better not screw up. Bro, what's she doing? She's keeping an eye on his diagnostics or something? Oh, he's resting. Okay. Or he's recharging his batteries. Uh-oh, here we go. Is he starting to have nightmares? Ooh, brainwaves. Uh-oh, PTSD coming back. I know it's an actor, but it looks like he's a robot. Like he walks like a robot. But the thing is, does he remember? Because his brainwaves went right back to normal. Oh, is she gonna go try and talk to him? Yeah, I'm the partner that survived, and you got tortured and shot and killed. She's gonna try and break him out of his trance. It's clearly not her fault. For what? She's trying to hold him up for you. Oh, nice. Mac 10, baby. I do like the futuristic register, cash register. That's impressive vision, especially on a 420 by 240 monitor. Hopefully it just gets out and smokes him right there. Oh. Oh. Sure does. Shoot him. He's firing at you. He's literally firing at you. Oh, he's gonna torch him. Oh no. Thank you. Oh. Oh. That was a sweet either stunt or test dummy. That was freaking cool. The effects in this are excellent. Well, at least he caught back up to him. I thought he was going to let him go. So is he losing it? Is his programming? Is he like... Oh. Oh. So he's finding out who that guy is. But what did he do with him, though? Because, like, the one criminal that he clotheslined in the gas station, he just let him go. He's looking for... He's looking for the terrorist guy that's been killing all these cops. There he is. Attempted murder, yep. Murphy. Oh, he's looking up his case file. He's finding out who he is. So he'd murdered another officer since him. Because it had come up on that list. Officer Murphy. Primrose Lane. So he is starting to get some humanity back, but he's still kind of like restricted by his programming. Oh, he's gonna go visit him. Well, we'll find out what happens to the family. I gotta love the old Ford Taurus. Oh no. Did they move? I'm sure they were probably told that he was dead. Is he gonna have like a flashback or dream? Yeah. Oh, that's his kid. Man. Such a shame. This movie has like a nice blend of like some like newer retro stuff, like that register and the control panel, the dispatch panel that they had in the police department. But then they also have like a whole bunch of these, like this set piece, which it kind of has a like retro futuristic tone to it, but it's not. It's just an apartment building, and there's him. It's nice to see that he's discovering his kind of his past. Is she gonna be pregnant? Oh, okay. How's he know where he's at? Yeah, smart. God, dummy. He's gonna drag him. Wouldn't be an 80s movie without all the everybody doing lines of dope. Oh no. Somebody's gonna do something to the Jones guy. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, oh. I guess you're on your knees about now. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. So I bet you he has been contracting that guy to kill these officers and make it like a war zone out there to put his robot Ed 209 into production to get these defense contracts. That's a futuristic retro grenade too. Kind of cool. Oh, nice. Kaboom. He would have probably been dead anyway, getting shot 4 times in the leg like that. You're going to hit an artery. That bad guy, he's a real psychopath. He's playing his role really well. Uh-oh. Robocop's here. Oh, look at all that. They kicked all that cocaine all over the place. I still haven't seen Robocop reload one time yet, though. Oh, the hand being kind of up as he's shooting is a little bit wonky. Although he's got a little bit more of a human feel to him now. He's kind of got a little bit more emotion in it. Like obviously he'd punched the computer. Badass, dude. So he's like smoked everybody except for him. What's he trying to do? I like that like robotic sound every time when he walks. He's going ham on him. He's reading him the his Miranda rights. The question is he gonna kill him? Oh, it's all coming full circle now for me. Is he gonna forget? Oh, he overrid his rule. He's gonna kill him. It's now just coming full circle for me until he said that. Dick Jones, who runs the police department, is also trying to get the defense contractors. He's playing both sides. He's playing the police officers, and he's also hiring that bad guy to go out and shoot and make it like a war zone and kill these cops so he can have his Ed 209. What's the charge? The dude's got probably 50 open warrants for like murder. Shocked that he didn't. I mean, like I said, his kind of directives overrode his vengeance, him wanting vengeance, and now he's going after him. He's been keeping track of him. See, there's a futuristic retro building there. I thought there would have been more like neon lights and a lot of those type of like old 80s style, like the Blade Runner type of stuff. Futuristic cities. I feel like I knew it was taking place in Detroit, but I thought there would have been more like neon and like retro futuristic type stuff. I don't remember what this movie got on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that Rotten Tomatoes really is a big deal one way or the other, but this is way better than I'm pretty sure they gave it, the score that they gave it. This is very good so far. And he's probably got like an override. He's probably got like an override button. Hating a bit. How about conspiracy to commit murder? Product violation. Oh no, there's a hidden directive. Oh, there's only 3 directives now. There's a 4th. It looks like an override. Oh no. It's gonna be have Ed. Oh boy, he's gonna have to fight Ed. Man, for 1987, these are good graphics. Ooh, boss fight. Ouchies. I wonder how much Robocop weighs with all that. Because they said it was like Kevlar and titanium or something. Probably pretty darn heavy. Ooh. He's putting up a big time fight. He's going to try and call the cops on him and say, hey, he went rogue and tried to kill him. Oh. Is there a weakness? Oh. Go get him. Go rip his limbs off. Play the recording for him. Come on, play the recording. He is like gonna be completely destroyed. But that begs the question of like, you know, what would put him down? I guess just what, being shot in the head again without his helmet on? Would that do it? I don't know. Oh man, are they gonna save him? Hopefully his buddies are gonna save him. Yes, yes, good. That suit's probably at least, you'd think, several hundred pounds. You gonna shoot at her now? Yeah, they have orders to destroy it because Mr. Dick Jones. 8.2 miles to the gallon. I bet you that's not a coincidence. They let him out? Why did they let him out? The dude's a freaking suspect, and they said 31 officer killings. Yeah, so how did how did he even get out of the police department in the first place? There is a 0% chance that the police in any way, shape, or form let that guy out. 0% chance. So is she a fugitive now, I guess? Could you imagine a city of Detroit that didn't have police? That would be absolutely bonkers. Oh. He really is a machine. There's probably not much humanity left in him. Oh. I bet you his brain will be exposed. Man, that's wild. For the 80s, that is unbelievable. I wonder how they did that. I wonder if they put his head in that dome and then put they must have put his head in that helmet and then done like a makeup thing and like made it look like it was only part of his face. Oh yeah, now the criminals are going insane. Yep. They would never let him out, ever. That drives me nuts, and getting the gang back together. They're still acting nuts, but he's kind of, oh, he's going to kill him. Whoa! Is that a 50, Barrett 50 BMG? Oh. I love that 80s, like, kind of futuristic scope it's got on there. Oh, look out. Oh my god, they have more. Oh my god. I'm torn because on one hand there are clearly things that are like futuristic, and then on other things it's like it's like those old bookstores and stuff. There's nothing futuristic about them. And then clearly they have, like the news was talking about the cannon that misfired and shot and just so happened to shoot 2 former presidents. But like, so clearly there's a lot of like futuristic tech and weaponry and stuff, but like a lot of what is still going on in here is still very low tech general type stuff. I mean, the police only had some vests and pistols and, you know, things like that, which actually back in the 80s would have been true because until the Los Angeles until the Los Angeles bank robberies. But the Los Angeles robberies where the police were severely outgunned, they didn't get rifles and shotguns really until that point. That's got to be really hard to move in and things like that. Oh, God, crap. Bad guys are here. Hey. First reload. Shoot him, dude. Good thing they recalibrated his targeting system before he confronted him. So 1 down. We got 3 to go. Is he leaving? Is he getting out of there? Coward. Try and run him over. That's not a bad idea. Ooh, the fuel. Is he gonna light it up? Oh, is that liquid nitrogen? Oh. Oh. That's great makeup. That's wild, dude. Wow. The makeup in this is fantastic. Cosmetics and stuff, outstanding. Oh, he's gonna get... Oh. Oh no. No, not Lewis. Shoot him already, Robocop. She's gonna try and get to that rifle. Oh. Oh, is that a magnet? Oh. No, it's not. Ooh. Nice shot. Oh, stay there, lady. Come on, stay awake. Oh, he's in trouble. He's gonna finish him off. Oh. This is giving me Terminator vibes. He seems so much more human now. He's making like human emotion. He's got the human features and the emotions going on in his face. Like he's like grunting and groaning. Has he got the 50? Yeah. Hell yes. He's got like the smirk going now too. He's got his smile. Show him everything. Plug it in. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. He's getting smart. Oh. Taking a hostage again.
Thank you.
Oh! Yes! Oh my god. Oh, that was a little bit silly looking, but that was awesome. He fired him and he couldn't. That is so smart. He fired him, and so he wasn't a Murphy. Yeah. Yeah. He's got the smile. Oh, that is sweet. That is outstanding. So we just finished up with Robocop, and I have to say, legendary 80s movie, absolutely to the T. Initial thoughts are, they ended a bit faster than I thought they would. I thought they would give a little bit more closure, just off the cuff thinking. Like I thought they would have had maybe a little bit more, maybe he gets curious and goes finds his family after he settles the score. But that last sequence is spectacular, where it's like he can't do anything because he's not authorized to do something against one of the executives of the business. But the owner of the business fires him, and therefore the Directive 4 ends up going away, and he ends up shooting and killing him. That's perfect. I have my gripes about some of the procedures and stuff that they had in this movie, as far as like the cop killer, what's his face, Barrett, or maybe not Barrett, but I'm trying to think of his name. The guy with the glasses. The police would have never let him out. Then again, this is a fiction, sci-fi / futuristic retro movie. So, I get it. I'm just saying, in real life, they would never let that guy go. But it was absolutely spectacular. I'm honestly a little bit shocked that I've never seen this movie before, because there's like I call myself, I continuously call myself a movie buff, but realistically, there's just a few extremely popular movies that I've seen just on repeat. And I'm actually, until I started this channel, I actually had no idea how many movies I hadn't seen until I started doing immense amounts of research and looking at these movies. Absolutely awesome. I love all the actors. All the actors are in a bunch of different movies and shows and stuff. They're one of the things I was expecting was more futuristic stuff. Like they had in the news, they had mentioned that in the news they had mentioned in the news in the movie they had mentioned that they had that one, it was some kind of a cannon that was like a pacifying cannon that was doing a test and misfired and stuff. But a lot of the things still looked very old school. There wasn't like very many bright neon signs. I was personally thinking of something close to like Blade Runner, like a combination of like Blade Runner and Demolition Man, where everything's kind of like everything is like futuristic. But I also think that they made just the right amount of like futuristic things. Like the guns were futuristic. The obviously the robots were futuristic and stuff, and a lot of the some of the sets themselves were futuristic. But then, it would also make sense to have like an old factory abandoned that doesn't have any new tech in it and isn't very futuristic. Like everything kind of it made sense and it fit well with the story. For some reason, I had in my mind that there were going to be like more neon lights and more kind of futuristic type feels to it. But there was just kind of a few things littered in, like with the cash register, that was a futuristic thing, and then the dispatchers, the dispatchers board, the switchboard or whatever, that was futuristic, and then basically most of the other sets seemed pretty generic, just pretty much like Detroit, But it makes sense though. So I mean, it flows with the movie because you got to think it's a middle of a downtown city that's very poor and very crime ridden. Like there wouldn't be futuristic stuff everywhere. It would just be select areas. And that was one of the things that I had a different impression coming into this. I thought there'd be more neon stuff. The as far as RoboCop goes, like he moved. The actor, he did fantastic the entire way through the movie. I mean, he starts out as a robot and like he is very robot, no emotions, no nothing, very strict movements, very strict walking, very strict speech, that kind of thing. And then as the movie progresses, he gets more and more human-like. He gets expressions, he gets different poses and stuff as he's doing. When he was in the drug warehouse shooting the place up, he's doing like these kind of action moves. It just like a nice touch. Like I love 80s movies and 90s movies and 2000s movies because the people dream up these big movies and scenarios and scripts and stuff, and then they make it happen. They were not worried about all of this bogus BS of what are people gonna think of this? Like that's not their priority. Their priority was, hey, like this is a cool idea. Let's make a dude that gets like a cop that gets killed in this crime-ridden city, and they turn him into a robot and make him a Robocop. Like that's just sweet. Like nowadays you will never get that type of story. They've already burned through so much material that Hollywood's just kind of a smoldering mess right now. But the old days, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, they made absolutely fantastic stuff. They made things that were good about, like, actual stories. And the thing is, like, this movie doesn't make itself out to be something that it isn't. Like, clearly it had a lower budget. There was only a few set pieces, the corporate building, a couple different smaller mom and pop shops, and then the abandoned factory. So, like, there's not a whole lot. They did, like, it's simple stuff, simple story. It works. I'm kind of bummed at the fact that how did this not get like more attention and more like they did the remake, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if there's a RoboCop 2. There might be. I don't know, I haven't done my research, but they could have made like a franchise out of this, because I mean that was classic 80s movie storyline. They did fantastic with everything. The actors were all great. It was just a little bit on the shorter side of a movie, but it didn't go off on these weird, wonky, non-relevant stories. It stuck to the story, and unfortunately, it's one of those things where I almost wish there was a little bit more background and kind of digging in. Like I didn't get much closure from, it's like, oh, the Lewis, was it Lewis, the female officer? She's like, oh, your family just, they moved out and they moved on. And then like that was just kind of the end of that. And I'm like, man, it would have been nice to have seen like the interaction, because it's not like they didn't have the actors for his wife and for his son. Like they had the actors because he had those flashbacks. But the thing that I feel like that I don't want to say they robbed me of closure. I don't want to say that, because clearly, I mean, it's a great movie. I'm just kind of bummed that they didn't include that in the script, as far as maybe him reuniting with his family, or like he didn't get to show his kid, like he was doing the twirl to show his kid, hey, my dad's cool, my dad can do that, and like we never got any closure from that. So I classic action adventure 80s movie, short to the point. Definitely could have used more. I mean, they could have done more with it. Like they kept this short and sweet and simple, but they could have done more, and they could have made this a good franchise. It's kind of bummed that maybe it didn't quite make it into a franchise, but it's still absolutely fantastic. I loved everything. It was a great movie, great time watching. I had a great time watching. Outstanding 80s movies. I love it. Instant classic. It is an instant classic. So those are all my current thoughts on the movie. This is actually my first official movie, actually, because I've only done shows and a couple trailers for reacting. So this will be cool. This is my first reaction for an actual movie, and I'm actually glad Mr. Vlad had requested this. So shout out to you, Vlad, and shout out to anybody who watches this and shoots me a comment, sub, hit that like, hit the subscribe, give me some love. I love you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying my stuff. If anybody has any requests or anything they want me to watch, I can certainly take requests. I will take any requests, and I will let you guys know if and or when you guys want me to watch anything else. So I appreciate it. Leave me a like. What did you guys think? What are your guys' favorite moments in Robocop? Like, what did you guys like about it? Kind of all the set pieces, the makeup, the weaponry, the stop motion for the robotics. That is all super cool stuff. Great acting. Just great overall 80s movies. Love it. So fantastic. I can't wait to watch the next one with you guys. I will see you soon.